guys, and welcome to another episode of Becoming a Better You podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Payfan, and I'm so excited that you decided to join me again today. Today's episode, we are going to be talking about a very important topic, major mental health problem. I call it toxic positivity because we live in a world that is constantly telling us, just be grateful, just be thankful. A lot of people are going through worse. Yours is not really that bad, so you better be thankful. A lot of people don't even have food out there, but you at least have this one. So they constantly telling you to be grateful, even though your problem is eating you up, you are going through worse, but they just want you to display that happiness, that everything is fine, be grateful. All the famous word vibes only. Even though positive thinking is a powerful thing, it's amazing. I'm that girl who's always positive, no matter what is going in my life, no matter what is happening or things are not going my way or there's things that are just a mess. I'm always that person. You always gonna see me smiling, positive, always putting my smile out there. Doing that, there is a constant pressure only displaying happiness, even when things are eating you up. Things are not working, but you just have to fake it. You just have to show that you are happy. You just have to show that, no, I'm fine. You're just lying by showing that everything is fine when you know that things are not fine. I used to be that person, just lying, showing that everything is fine when things are not fine at all. And it's really eating me deep inside. By doing that, it makes us emotionally illiterate because we ended up minimizing normal and perfect feelings like sadness, anxiety, or anything, or anger. We ended up minimizing it because we just want to be perfect out there. There is a hidden cost into that. So today we are going to talk about all of that so that we can come out of it and heal 100%. Because if you just minimizing your problem, minimizing your anger, minimizing the things that is really eating you inside, you just like putting it aside or not really paying attention into that. That's why you see you are searching for healing, you're trying to heal, but it's not really coming because you are not really going into the problem. You are not paying attention into what's really stressing you. You just like putting it aside. Oh, other people are going through worse, or other people, worse things are happening to them. So this is just minor, even though it's really eating you up. So without wasting your time, if it's the first time watching my video, you like what you're seeing so far, please consider subscribing to the channel. Click the notification bell for you to be the first one to be notified whenever I post a new video. So without wasting your time, let's go right into the reason why you clicked this video. Good vibes only sounds harmless, right? It sounds so cute. A very cute slogan to put on your t-shirts, on your merch, on your clothes. Good vibes only in this place. Good vibes only in this house. But beneath that, there is a pressure that you always have to be composed. You always have to be positive. You always have to be happy, even though being positive all the time, it's good, but there is a pressure behind it. But the truth is, good vibes isn't being free because it costs you honesty. It costs you opportunity to grow through your feelings. When you feel something, you don't have to show it. You don't have to accept it because you always have to portray positivity. You always have to portray something that you are not, or you just have to be okay because everybody knows you that it's all about good vibes in here. Now you are not honest anymore. Let's talk about discomfort. For an example, people who goes at the gym. People who goes at the gym, those who are lifting heavy weights, those who want to have big muscles. Lifting weight doesn't feel comfortable. It's not something that you are so happy to go lift because it's so good. It's so amazing. No, it's very uncomfortable. It's heavy. It doesn't feel good. But those who are doing that, they are doing that for a reason because they are willing to work on that, to go through that for them to achieve a certain image of them that they have in their brain. Because if you don't go through that, you will never get the dream body that you want. You will never get to the image of the body that you want to achieve. But the more you are willing to go through that, you accept that, no, I have to go through the gym. I have to lift weights. I have to go through suffering for me to achieve the dream body that I want. That's exactly the same thing with our lives. For you to go through to becoming the best version of yourself, you have to go through all the difficulties, all the moments, the sadness, the anxiety, the everything that the world is going to throw at you. When it throws at you, you don't go looking for it. You don't go like, searching for it. No, it comes at you, like it or not. And when it comes at you, the actions that you take, that's what matters. If it comes at you or when it comes at you, when you suppress it, when you don't name it, and when you don't investigate or accept it, that's when it destroys you. That's when it turns you to something that you are not, because it's there already, but you don't want to accept it that it's there. Being positive does not mean that your problem is going to disappear. Your problem is going to vanish. When you say, I am fine, or everything is okay, I'm amazing, when you deep down you know that things are not fine, you are dying inside. Those difficult emotions doesn't vanish. It's there. And the more you're suppressing it, you're putting it inside. You don't want to show it. It's fine to display happiness. You don't want people to know that you are going through whatsoever that you are going through. But when you are alone, you just keep on like putting it aside, like trying to put it like, no, it's not going to bother me. It doesn't affect me, when you know that it's really affecting you. It comes out in different forms. The more you're suppressing you, the more you trying to like put it aside, those anger, those discomforts, those feelings always comes back in different ways. It can come back into like, you can't sleep at night. You always angry, some sickness coming out. You always like giving people clapping back, even when people are just asking you normal questions or trying to have a normal conversation with you, but you always like clapping back. Everything that people will try to tell you, to you, it's always bad. And when you're sitting by yourself, you're like, why did I clap back? Why did I snap back even though they didn't ask me something that bad? It's because you've been suppressing stress, you've been suppressing anger, that you were supposed to like admit that you are angry or admit that you have problems or work on that, because you just want to display happiness, everything is good and all that. It's gonna be heavy on you. It's gonna be very uncomfortable. It always comes up because it always like bubbles up. It comes all together. Today you suppress, tomorrow you suppress. And the more you're doing that, it bubbles up, it comes big and grows and grows. When it explodes very bad. But I remember when I just moved out of my parents' house and where I was like staying after my parents' house, when I started living by myself, I thought I was ready with the challenges of living by yourself, handling your own bills, being your own person. When I was still staying with my parents, I was like, a lot of young kids or people younger than me are doing that, which means that it's not that bad. Even myself, I can also do it. So moving out, starting stay by myself, I was so excited about it because I'm like, I'm going to kill it. It's going to be amazing. First month, I only saved for like 2 months. I paid my deposit, paid for that month, and I was only having another rent for the following month, and that's it. I didn't really save like for food or anything, because food was like a minor thing. I'm like, I'm still gonna eat even if I don't have enough money. So that was perfect for me. So when I moved into my apartment, I started staying by myself. Things have started like being hectic. Like nothing was really working. I thought when I'll move out, I'll start applying and they will reply to me, everything will be fine, I'll get a job, start paying my bills, perfect. First month, nothing was happening. Didn't get a job, nothing. And I'm only left with like 1 month rent, and I didn't even have money for food. I didn't even care. Like I was sleeping like that, maybe just eating orange or fruit or something. As long as I have money for rent, that's the only thing that was important to me, is paying my rent, and that's it. Things started being very bad. No job. And the following month, when I paid my rent, now I can see that I have nothing and I'm only left with like 2 weeks for the following month. Then I have to pay another rent. I don't have a job. I don't have anything. I'm just like this. The level of stress that I was in nobody can understand it. The only person who can understand it is the person who went through it. I started being so sick. I developed this sickness like ulcer. Oh my goodness, the person who went through that will understand how it feels to have it. My back, I couldn't sit, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't breathe. It was just so bad. And I went through that for like months and months and months. And I developed that sickness only in like 2 months period that I started staying by myself and I started like stressing. I didn't know what was the sickness all about because it was my first time feeling that. I've never felt like that before and I didn't even know what it was until likely I was having a friend of mine. He's a doctor. I called him and started explaining how I was feeling and it was like on my back coming to my heart and then he told me it's because of stress. You are thinking a lot. That's why you're feeling like that. And it is ulcer. That's when I even discovered a sickness called ulcer. I've never experienced that before. I didn't even know what it was. It's only when I started staying by myself that I found out about this sickness. Guys, but outside, nobody knew that I was suffering like that. Outside, I was always displaying that I am amazing. Life is good. Life is amazing. Life is amazing because I was even staying in a very rich neighborhood. And I was just holding and holding and holding. I remember even one day I went on a date with this person, guys. The person, when he looked at me, is like, oh, you look amazing. You're so happy. It means that where you're staying, moving out was a good decision for you. When the person's looking at me, I was always happy, smiling and all that. And the more I was talking to this person, the conversation was going well. The ulcers started coming again. Oh my goodness, guys. I couldn't even breathe. I couldn't talk properly. I couldn't even sit nicely. I was just moving. Sometimes I'm like this. I think the person even noticed that something was wrong because he was keeping on asking me, are you okay? Is it fine? You're fine. Are you okay where you're sitting? No, I'm good. I'm good. I was just I'm fine. But I was not fine. The ulcer was getting into me and coming strong. It started getting so bad because I was just suppressing, saying everything is fine. No, I'm good. This is minor. Other people are making it out there. Younger than me are making it out there. And also, it became so big because I was suppressing all the stress and all that because I didn't want to go back to my parents' house. I'd say to myself, if I go back to my parents' house, it means that I am a failure because my parents didn't want me to stay by myself. I'm from a family that, they don't allow women to stay by themselves. But me, I told them that you don't have to help me financially. I'm going to do it by myself. If young people are making it, I'm also going to make it. So me going back to my parents' house, they will say that, oh, I failed. Oh, we told you so. I didn't want to hear that. So even when things were not going well, things were stressing me, I was just keeping it to myself or just faking it or, putting it under, just portraying that everything is amazing. I'm making it. I'm doing good. By doing that, I developed a very bad sickness. I became very angry to everybody. When I see someone or a friend of mine or a family member of mine enjoying life or maybe a friend just living life, enjoying life, everything is amazing. When I'm going through financial problems, I don't even know how I'm gonna pay my rent or how I'm gonna eat. It was making me so angry to how can you be having money, just buying clothes and all that when I don't even have money to eat? I'm making my problems their problems, even though they don't even know what is going on with my life and all that. I became a very angry person. I became just something else. Things become because I just became that person who's always frustrated with small little things. All of that, it's because you're always saying that my problem is not that bad compared to others. All of that, it's because we always say, oh, other people are going through worse. Mine is not that bad. The more you putting it like that, the more you suppressing, the more you minimizing your stress, your sadness, your feelings, it's always bubbles up, bubbles up, bubbles up. And the more it bubbles up, you know what happens when you keep on putting air into the air balloons? It will pop up. It will pop. And when it pops, everything will be out there. Now you will be an angry person. You will be a lion. You will be that person. And it will be shocking to people, be like, why all of a sudden you were fine, now you like this? Why all of a sudden you were that person, now you this angry, evil person? Nobody will understand it, only you, because you've been sad all along. You just didn't want people to see it. You didn't want to work on it on time. You were just like suppressing it. And the only way you can work on toxic positivity is introspective validation. You have to know that the feelings are here. I'm feeling this way. What to do now? What happened? Why am I feeling like this? You have to acknowledge it. Now say, okay, these feelings are here. The anxiety is here. Okay, the stress is here. I am stressed. You must acknowledge it. You must know it. You must accept it. You don't just have to say, I'm feeling stressed just because I don't have 100 rand. Other people don't even have 10 rand. And me, it's 100 rand. Oh, mine is not that bad. Other people are going through worse. No, you have to accept it, because that 100 rand that you are saying at that moment, you don't have it. It's stressing you. It's making you lose peace. You have now to see, okay, how did I get here? If 100 rand, it's not that bad according to me, because other people are going through worse. Okay, how did I get here? How did I get to a point where I don't even have 100 rand? You have to sit down and check it. When you check it, you accept it. That's how you are going to work on it. By you minimizing it, oh no, it's only 100 rand, but you don't have it. It's making you lose peace, even though that's only 100 rand. You don't have it. You don't have peace. You want to buy something that's even less than 100 rand, but you don't have the 100 rand to buy that thing, which means that there's something missing right now. There's something that you want so bad, you can't have it because you don't have the 100 rand. When you feel anger, stress, anxiety, pause a moment. It means that something is bothering you, something is stressing you, something is not working right. Don't just brush it, suppress it. No. You have to pause and check, why am I feeling that way? Why am I stressed? Why am I angry? Because most of the time when we feel angry, it means that something or your value has been violated, or someone disrespected you, or something that somebody did to you that is a violation to whatsoever that you believe in or you trust or anything. That's why you're angry. Now you have to see what value that someone violated, or what happened, what did they say, what is making me this angry. You have to check it. By checking it, that's when you are going to know, okay, I have to set boundaries. I have to tell the person not to do this anymore, or else next time you're going to be angry, maybe you're going to do something even more worse. Or what happened, once you know what made you angry, what is the problem, no matter how small it may look, no matter how tiny it may look, the fact that it made you angry at that moment, try to fix it at that moment. Try to know why you're angry. Try to know why this tiny little things is making me angry. Why am I angry for this small little thing that this person told me? Once you know that, you are going to work on that. You are going to now set a boundary. No, not this. If you do this, it's going to make me, or if you do this, I don't like it. If you do this, I'm not going to be happy and stuff. Once you set that boundary, next time it's not going to happen because you set the boundary. Once you identify the value that is being violated, that's the only time you are going to fix the problem. That's the only time you are going to set a boundary. Instead of getting angry, snapping or suppressing, just letting it go. Next time when it's going to happen, maybe it's not going to be only anger. You are going to act on it and do something that's even more crazy and something bad happens. Identify the problem. After identifying it, try to fix it at that time. It will minimize your problem, and it's also not going to make you even be more worse or make the problem be even more worse. And when you feel the anxiety, it's mostly a situation that is screaming protection or preparation. You have to check what is making you to feel that anxiety. I remember when I started real estate. Oh, this is so good. When I started real estate, I was still new into this, and I didn't even know how to go meet a client, what to say for me to get a deal and stuff like that. So I was working so hard because I love it so much, and it really helps me to meet business people, owners and all that. I really love it because I meet different people in this field. So when I'm in this industry, okay, when I joined the industry, I know already that the people that I will start meeting are not just like friends or just anything or anybody. These are important people. These are homeowners. These are bosses and stuff like that. So there is already pressure into that. So when I'm going, I remember I got this deal. There was this house. I was also managing the property as well. And that owner was trusting me so much and loved me so much. He just gave me his property, started managing, and he was even having more properties that he wanted to give him, but he wanted to test me first with the first property because I wanted to do the job so perfect to impress him. And it was my very first house to manage and all that. The pressure made me have anxiety because we got this tenant. The tenant was very a headache. The tenant was having a problem. We did the checks. They were not qualifying to move in the house, but there were some documents that was missing, and they really tried to move in the house because they kicked them out from where they were staying, now where they were outside. Because I wanted to do such a good job for me to get more listings, more properties to manage. We got this tenant. This tenant wanted to move in like tomorrow. The tenant wanted to move in tomorrow because where they were staying before, they were supposed to move out already, but there's just like looking for a place to come. So for them to move to our property, we have to do the checks and follow up and all that. So while we were doing the checks, it was taking a little bit long. And they were really on my case. Like they put our stuff out, what must we do? All the documents are perfect. Everything is good. It's on your side now. You're taking long for you to do the checks and everything. If possible, just try to speak to the owner for us to move in. Then when the checks will be done, everything was amazing. But don't worry, everything is fine. Everything is perfect. The way they were so sure that everything is fine on their documents, I just spoke to the owner. I'm like, no, we have this tenant. Let them just move in, but we're doing the checks. I'm sure everything will be fine. Even the papers that they supplied to me, they look amazing. Oh my goodness, that was my mistake. I let them move in. The owner trusted me so much. I let them move in. And then the checks came out. They can move in, they can afford and all that. The pressure now was on me. Now I don't know how to tell the owner if they should move out, because you can't just let the people who just moved in to move out. Like, when a person moves in, it's another story. Now the pressure on me started kicking for the person now to pay, because they were like, no, money is not a problem. We're going to pay. Don't worry. We just want our stuff to be somewhere safe. That's all we need. We don't have to sleep there. Just put our stuff in there. They put their stuff in there. They didn't even sleep there, because I was like, no, I'm only going to put your stuff. You're only going to sleep in there once the money is in, once the paper is confirmed and all that. Being the nice person, oh my goodness, the results came. They can't move in, they can't afford, or their previous landlord didn't really say nice things about them. Now the pressure, the anxiety started kicking in, because now I have to make these people pay. I have to make them do the right thing for the whole, because I only made them sign 3 months only, even though we were not allowed to do that, but I only made them sign something on the side for me to be safe. Now I have to make them pay for that 3 months. First deposit to pay, a problem. They put me like left and right and center for them to pay. It was a hell of a month for me. It was so crazy. Now they started because their stuff already inside the house, there's nothing I can do but just to work on their mercy to pay. They will be like, we'll pay tomorrow, we'll pay this. No, we paid. They even sent me the proof of payment, but the money was not in the bank. After 2 days, the money was still not in the bank, but it was just another hell of a story. It was just bad. Now you can see how the level of stress and anxiety came. And that's also when I started getting sick. I got anxiety. I couldn't breathe. Now my breath started being like short. Like, I don't know. Whenever I think about that tenant, it was just stressing me. It was just stressing me. I can't breathe. And I was going there very early in the morning to knock to make sure, because it was just it was just bad, because now there was pressure. I needed support. I needed to do something. It was screaming in my ears, in my heart, in my everything. The owner is on my case and the tenant is not answering. The tenant is not paying. Now the level of anxiety was just crazy, because I was trying to be so perfect. I was not really talking about it. I couldn't sleep. I was not sleeping for almost the whole month that the tenant was in the house. Now I didn't have a choice but to accept that you know what? I tried to be perfect. I tried to do everything perfect, but this one, I messed up. This one is a mess, and I just have to be honest and truthful with the owner, because the owner was like just on my case, and he was already like disappointed because the first tenant was already doing that, until I tried to calm the owner down, tried to have a conversation, admitted that was a mess and all that. I'm gonna fix it. Just after having that conversation with myself, that here it's a mess. Here, I'm messed up. Here, no, I have to talk to the owner. After just doing all that, admitting that I messed up and having that conversation, I started calming down and I started following up like nicely, step by step, until the tenant moved out. But the time that I was trying to minimize it, no, I'm going to fix it. Oh, I'm just going to fix it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. That's when like my anxiety, the stress and all that, I couldn't even wear clothes that like nice, because the breathing was just here. I couldn't breathe nicely. The air was not going nicely on my throat. But just after realizing that, everything became normal. Everything became fine. I started now doing things accordingly and did everything. The tenant moved out. After the tenant moved out, I learned from that mistake. I learned that by doing that, trying to be perfect, suppressing and not admitting, I became normal again. I became happy again. So the hidden cost of good vibes only is that it stands our growth. Like for you, you're not gonna grow. You're always gonna be in one place because you're trying to be fine. You're trying to always portray happiness and all that, when you know things are not fine and you are not working on them. You're not accepting it. You're not realizing that it's going to cost you later. It's going to destroy you after. So you are not going to grow when you are still in that position, in that situation that I'm okay. I'm fine. And like always trying to be that happy. The true emotional health is not about being happy all the time, because you can't be happy every day, all day, like from the 1st to the 30th. No, there will be days that you are going to be sad. You are not going to be happy. Things are not going to go the way you want it to go. There will be days that you're not feeling it. It's fun. There's nothing wrong with that. It's about having the courage to accept the situation and feel everything that you are feeling, and use that to live an intentional life. You don't have to suppress it and every day being that happy, smiley and all that. There is a cost to that. You ended up being the person that you are not, because you're always faking it. You're always trying to be that person. You're always trying to be the happy person, pleasing everybody. By doing that, there will be one day that you are going to pop. And when you pop, you will be that person that even yourself you're not going to like. You will be that person, even yourself, you are not going to be happy to see your actions, to see whatever that you are going to do, because you've been holding on everything you didn't accept. You just wanted to be that person. So now what we are going to be doing, when the sad feelings hits, you don't have to minimize it. You don't have to suppress it. You don't have to put it under the rug. What you are going to do now, you are going to follow the 3 steps that I just mentioned now. The first one, you have to name it. If it's sadness, accept it. If it's anxiety or anything, you have to name it. Okay, this is stress. This is anxiety. This is and that. Name it. By naming your problems, that's the only way you can work on it and know how to fix it. And the second one, you have to accept it. Don't just say, I am Sarah, I am me, I don't go through that, I can't be sad, I can't have anxiety, I can't do this, people can't do this to me. No. Name it. It's there already. There's nothing you can do about it. Now accept it. Okay, it's here. It is here. It's anxiety. It's stress, or it's sadness. It's anger. It's here already. And the last one, investigate it. How did I get angry? Why did I get angry so fast? Why do I have anxiety? What brought anxiety to me? Why am I sad? Start investigating why you're sad, why you're so angry, why you're so like that. What made you to be like that? Once you start investigating, knowing the source of your anger, your source of your problem, that's the only way you are going to work on it, because now you know the source. You know what made you like that. That's how you are going to work on it, and that's how you are going to come out of it, and that's how you are going to heal, and heal faster. Remember, your greatest strength isn't in avoiding discomfort. It's in learning on how to grow right through it. So yeah, that's a bit of that. This is what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope this episode was helpful for someone out there. I hope we are going to start naming, accepting, and investigating our problems, our stress, so that we must heal and heal forever. So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful for someone out there. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with your friends and family, the person that you think needs to hear this. So I'm going to see you guys on my next episode. Bye bye.